morning. Hi. Ugh. Welcome back to day 4, round 1 of our Final Fantasy XVI stream. How are you all doing this morning? I'm still waking up. I got woken up last night, so we're gonna take it nice and easy this morning. Jump straight in and go from there. Sorry for the long wait.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Decided to make some coffee. It took a little while. Absolutely necessary though. Oh, hello.
Straight home now.
Let's go.
Otto, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
God. It's like, good idea. Yep. Go get a shovel, young man. You know, with so many ledges and everything, I really wish there's a little more verticality. Just a little bit.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Maybe that's exactly what it is. It's just black sand. I can't remember actually. Is black sand a sign of, like in real life? I can't remember if it's a sign of tin or if it's a sign of iron. I think it's a sign of tin. It's been a long time since I
That should be enough
went
for now.
digging and trying to figure out
See how
okay.
Otto's getting on.
When I'm building some mythos and lore, why certain things look the way they do. This wasn't here before, I don't think. Potion. I wonder why.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk?
Sure. Why not?
Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Yeah, I wanted to take him along, because we don't get a lot of chance to interact with him one-on-one without everybody else. So, it made more sense to me to be like, let's take the guy we don't normally get to, you know, be around. I should save. Just in case. It's gonna be funny if that was how short this was. And we're gonna move on to the next story mission like immediately, even though I did all of those hunts and all of those side quests.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Okay, that's fine. If that's the case, then that'll be fine. Hope we don't have to go after Gav, and hopefully he's not in trouble then. Alright, I already got that earlier. I did it after I logged off last night. Not anything particularly good, but nothing particularly bad either. Given how weak this is, I am halfway thinking of equipping this just so I can get things more quickly. You know, why not? Oh, that's such a good looking item, but it's just not strong. Okay. Although, 1 second. Oh yeah, I have a lot of ability points. Okay. I've heard Heat Wave. Scout Cyclone is really good for stagger, though. Gouge is super good for stagger. Who's got the best stagger so far? I think that Gouge and this have the best overall stagger. You take this for heavy damage along with this, and then this is also good for damage, but this looks like it's really, really good. It's like good for both. Supposedly an ignition's really good. Wait. I can upgrade limit break? I feel like I should have been upgrading that. Oh well, oh well. I've heard ignition is really good. I'm gonna master wind up. I want to do this one too because Thunderstorm's really good. Can I mix and match in here? So could I take Rising Flames and I can. Okay, so this is interesting because what I can do is I can use I'm trying to think. Upheaval's good in an AoE context, but what I could do instead of using Titan, can I use Garuda? If it's mastered, you can set it. Oh god, I didn't realize that's how that worked. Okay. We gotta master more things. Morning, Spoon. How are you? How are you this fine day? Hopefully relaxing. Hopefully things aren't going too crazy on your little trip. Hopefully the internet's better today.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Yeah, let's see what we got. More ability points is good. So I do want to upgrade,
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
I want to be upgrading Thunderstorm. Okay, so that's why you want to master things, because then you can use them with the other element.
Crystal too?
Yeah, so my goal is to try to make a really good stagger, or maybe just have even two of my icon sets be stagger based with decent damage, but then have the other one be
Welcome to the Patrons Whisper.
very heavy single target damage.
Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Around this way. My neck. But yeah. I'm drinking some coffee. Getting started. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking, Spoon. I don't know if you heard me, but I did ask. How are you doing? Hopefully alright. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then
I'll come up with something soon.
hopefully nothing is going wrong. Oh god. Anyhow.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course.
Oh
For
god.
this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
How lucky.
What's the name back there? We'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Helena.
Sid, is...
Yes. Mid said I should speak
Oh
with
my
you.
god.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see
Here we
the
go.
mithril engine,
Around.
in which mithril is burned to generate heat.
What?
That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to... Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb... And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them... Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly.
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's... The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team
God.
and head there right away.
Well. Fun. I guess we'll double check and make sure there's nothing needed to do. Ah, no worries. I was just double checking. Just making sure. Also making sure that I'm audible. Because, you know, I might not be. Great. I'm very glad you're having a good day.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Oh, let's look at the
Here you
reports.
go.
Anything good?
Think
No.
you can help?
Good. I think I've done all the side quests now. For this section of the game. Alright, let's go. What's the unwanted visitor we have to deal with now? Hey puppy! Hi! Hi hi!
To a storehouse in the bales. Leave anything you
God.
don't need.
Hey hey hey! Stop. Hey hey! You don't need to run on me, it's fine. Oh god. These fools are getting ready for war, while everybody else is being like, oh yeah, let's relax. Can you not? Good puppy.
Ready? We leave at once.
Oh my god, child. Oh, there goes my jacket. What are you doing? What are you doing, puppy? You're so rambunctious, oh my god. Calm down. Just calm down. She's like, no, no. Is what it is. The small one is a little gold doodle. I mean, I guess she's not a puppy, she's like an adult now. But she's like 20 pounds of foof. A little less foofy than she should be, but very foof. Jump around everywhere. Lots of whining. She's a spoiled little princess. That's right, you're a spoiled little princess, aren't you? Aren't you? She's been stealing my puppy's bones. And then growling at him when he tries to take them back. Poor boy.
Be safe.
Excuse me.
Get him.
She's a very spoiled puppy. Okay. Well, you know, it's good to have something to hang it on.
Oh, there you are,
Keep it
Sid.
off the ground.
Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Oh, now it's back. Hi, Pachowie. Now you guys are gonna fight over the robe, I see. It's fine. Puppy, not my face. Thank you. God. Oh my god, it's an Araman.
Time to go.
Oh, yeah, there are 3 limit break charges now. No, that's awesome. having 3 limit break charges is really, really overpowered. Holy hell.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
Thankfully,
You should
Doom
never
is
be in trouble
instantaneous
now.
death.
Indeed. Well,
I'm gonna guess that
I guess
AoE is,
keep you.
though, if you
We'll,
get trapped in it.
See that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
I'm waiting for an enemy to have an actual gaze attack in this game. I'm betting it's going to happen. Or I'll sit here and it suddenly will look at you, and you have to turn away, or the attack hits you. I'm waiting for it. Maybe that's how Doom works, actually. I haven't been looking at it. It looks like it's partially a gaze attack, so maybe I've been doing it wrong. Oh, now the girl dog is jumping in the boy dog's face and chewing on his face. Or trying to. She is playing, at least. He's being very cute. Where's my phone? I wish I could take a picture for the video of this. Her mommy and dad would be very happy. Yeah, but Joey took the robe. Oh, but Joey, how are you doing today? Doing alright. Hopefully relaxing a little bit.
I think Mid might need some help.
I mean, her workshop looks fine to me.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Looks more organized than mine.
Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. The shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze, which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Joy. My
By the
job.
way.
It's my job to go. You even I did see the special clip exists. He gave you a special clip.
Editors started reading books that don't have
Puppy, can you not smack your tail into my monitoring computer? My little laptopy? Huh? Huh? You have such a big tail. It's like a giant mace. Or more, maybe a flail, waving around. At least it's not as dangerous as your skull. If you rammed your skull into that computer, I bet it'd break. Can you go that way? Can you go that way? Can you go that way? There we go.
Thanks to Sid.
They're moving a little bit. Children.
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it, as you can imagine. She's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution. Or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Moondew it is.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research.
Why do I have to pick? I haven't been with Tarja in a long while.
That guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
So, Clive, who will accompany you on your...
I haven't been with Tarja to have a conversation with her, so I'll bring her along.
Right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moondews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Hippocrates and I'll look after things here. You head over to Northreach.
Feel bad for leaving best girl here, but you know. Gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, they're coming down. I keep watching out the corner of my eyes and seeing what they're doing with each other.
No. Where's Talia?
There's two.
Oh, there she is.
Nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on these.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
You just want to hang out, find your friend and talk with them. I see how it is.
Welcome, welcome.
Okay, what we got? Anything interesting? Breath of the Earth, which I have not gotten.
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
God, that's expensive. I'll
He's a
take it.
keen eye.
Why not? Okay. I have so many of everything.
doubt you'll get more than that in the capital. Thank you. That's the best I can do.
Just getting myself some more money. I'm not really rich though, because this stuff costs a lot. Holy hell. Blah, 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 blah.
Thank you.
Just getting rid of some of this excess that I know I'll never use.
That's the best I can do.
Oh, these are worth a lot. Holy hell.
I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital. That's the best I can do. I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital.
We don't sell this.
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay.
Buy, sell, or be gone. And thanks for nothing.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
We haven't much, but you're free to look. I trust it's all here. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Hopefully Ty is finished too.
Fresh cuts. Up. You'll not find a bruised pippin.
Well,
Puppy,
did you find
leave her
everything?
alone.
I did. Here.
Just because she bugs you all the time doesn't mean you need to climb on top of her.
Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
Such a personal moment.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Let's go. Excuse me. Puppies! Puppies are so cute. She's running around with his
Wonder
little
how
squeaky toy
Arpg
now.
is getting on with the moon dew.
He doesn't like squeaky toys. Well, not like the one she has in her mouth right now. I think it's too high-pitched. He likes a squeaky ball, but not the squeaky little, like, snake thing he has. Hi.
Welcome home. He had a successful trip.
Ah, better late than never. We're ready to begin whenever you are.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. Now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
I mean, of course they're being friendly, but they're not being friendly. Because Clive and,
Oh, and
Jill,
Clive.
obviously.
It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
Hope I haven't signed their death warrants.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
What you doing, puppy? You being cute? Oh, you grabbed the bone back. You know that's not your bone. She's like, don't care. Chewing on it. It's mine. Now, the puppies being friendly with each other. That's a good question. And I think it depends on which puppy you're asking.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
Why indeed? Picture books are so nice. You can just look at everything. It's all pretty. Okay, let's go.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid.
Okay.
Pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
I mean, that's kind of important. If everything is really good, we haven't figured out how to put them all together without, you know the stuff you put them together with.
Game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Walloping, they say. Precision walloping. Sometime later.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Jesus Christ. So this is just the engine. There's nothing else going on here. It's just, okay, here's the engine. Good luck.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really?
We're going to improve something. Well, let's go unlock it while we're here. So we have Mid being crazy. Going to build us a boat. I just want an airship. That's all I want. I thought this was a workshop, not a dungeon. Mid's dungeon.
Well,
That doesn't sound as good.
here, Sid.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit, it is. One problem is, it won't always get rid of all, which is why I've been looking for some
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this.
proper
So what exactly do you...
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university. You pour the blackest blight water through it. So, I did a bit of reading about where... And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king.
I take it that's where I come in.
I saw a billet on the hut. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty creep.
All right.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
God help me. Okay. A bomb king. Not a bomb queen, though. Or a mother bomb. Which would probably be more terrifying. Because they're usually pretty dang powerful. Okay, let's go. Let's see what a bomb king looks like. Only a B rank. The Croc and Sunbreak. Okay. Okay, we need to go to the Croc, which is... There's Clairview, the Royal Meadows, that's Baywatch. Workshop, Eastwatch, Holy Hand. Advent, Old Thing, blah blah blah. I do not see it mentioned anywhere. Let's read this a little bit closer and see if there's anything else that wants to point out. Within, she discovered the ruins of fallen airship, and within them a beast, blah blah blah. The Croc and Sunbreak. Imperial Chase. The Imperial Chase. Oh, it's right here. It's gotta be there. Okay.
Good girl.
At least it's just a B rank. Okay, let's go. We should need to hug the left side, yeah.
Alright.
Don't need to worry about dragonettes, they're fine. Don't need to worry about dragon navies. Raptors, great. So this place is called the Imperial Chase. There's the Croc, and then Heaven Hall. Interesting. Good thing we got a map.
That'll do, girl.
There's definitely going to be a hunt here at some point. Oh yeah, black blood. Definitely something I need more of. Okay. Let's go this way. Don't mind my sarcasm. Let's go see if we can find this big bomb. this on the ground. These things actually look like kind of actual bombs that then become animate, which is nifty. Alright, let's go.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
To me, blades!
What is this? King's Justice, what does this do? What is this? Nice, very nice. Okay. Bomb Ember.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
I wonder if we're going to get a Queen or Empress bomb. It's just similar mechanics, but you're going to have to kill the ads. And they're not just going to explode. Or it's going to be a much tighter area. So you have to be really, really careful. Or you're going to die. A terrible, painful death. Wait, there's a quest in the what? Of course, game. Of course.
He cracked the crystal too.
I mean, that's good.
Trouble with the ledgers.
Oh god. Okay. Something's not right my hound of mine.
He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
A bone to pick. Uh-huh. God. Okay.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Blacksmith blues too. It's like, here's a bunch of quests for you, by the way. Better go do them before you head off to the next thing. I'm going to bet the next thing is probably going to be another major event, if that's the case.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at 'em. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Blackthorn, you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass, perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
Again.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
What do you want to bet it's a katana? 90% certain it's a katana. Of course.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmechian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Okay. Check on the puppy.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it.
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, if we assume that his newfound magics... It may well be that the Bones Lady Karen is accustomed. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute...
I don't recall ever seeing any...
And little wonder. The oldest and largest, the last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about.
Even so.
Good hunting, Clive.
Great. Alright, we'll go over here. Go talk to Gout. Then go to each of our different areas.
Told me she was building a
Oh, hi Kitty, that's my scalp. That is my scalp. Hello, yes. Your fingers are very nice, but your nails are not as nice.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening. A little. Listen. I've some... And it's... Maybe my... Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a... circle... 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but... I'm gonna need help keeping...
Be late for that.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. Able to dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my...
We have that much to hand? I can...
No, we don't. And no, you won't. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this...
All right. But that doesn't mean... Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, the little something Sid and I set aside for, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure they will be.
Should be me making the rounds, but you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that. Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
God. Poor man is dead. It was good knowing him. Though to be fair, him being alive is worth more than him being dead. Probably.
I think Mid might need some help.
I just want to know how one gets 1 million gil easily, cause
Alright, how's that hunt for...
I have it here.
I have not gotten anywhere near that much.
That's the stuff! And plenty of it too. You're a gent, Sid. Right then.
Do I get better potions again? More potions? What do I get? What you doing, kitty? You marking her blanket for yourself?
There we have it.
Letting her know who's boss.
Tell him on the limbic.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speak.
There's no need.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What kind?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and a lot. I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Lee.
Oh, you're a good girl. Good girl. Such a good kitty. Such a good kitty. She's so good.
Well,
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right?
Thank you.
No. For supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. And I'm telling you.
She's gonna be very upset with you when she looks at you, dear. Nice. Oh joy. Oh god, I can carry so many things now. Okay. Alright, well let's do a little bit at a time. Gonna talk to Martha. Kill some antelopes. Go talk to the dame. Engage in some more murder. It's fine.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting,
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
One debt paid. Let's go get our antelope. Horns, hide, whatever.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Not this way, the other way. First we go through here, then we go that way. Right? Yeah. Past the Minotaur.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it seemed like just the place.
What we got? I'd say they're giant, but they're pretty big.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal?
go. Got lots of antelope femurs for the good boy.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Oh, good boy.
I say
Good
that answers my
boy.
question. Which means we owe the
Yep,
lawsman our thanks. Just a big
Nice,
puppy,
very
aren't
nice.
you? A very big puppy.
I mean, that's all dogs. They're all very big puppies. These dead kitties are just all very big
Do
kitties.
you know you can take that with you, Toggle? Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Okay. We'll go here. Deliver the item to the dame. And then we'll go see if we can find ourselves a really sharp one-edged sword. Single-edged sword.
The gates to
I
heaven.
want to see you.
What am I gonna do without Sweetwater and Oil of Talk?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you, to settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil, and to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake, and for Otto's, for all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered.
One more place to go. My
People
little
take
kitty
notice
just
of wealthy
cares not at all. She's
Shouldn't be
like,
too
this
hard to
is my
track down
seat
Karen's
now.
collector.
It's gone. The whole Mothercrystal gone.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed.
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never...
Redeem! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac.
Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No, no, no. That's just how his lordship... He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also...
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen. A single-edged sword.
Ah, you know...
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is...
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
That's just like right in... Oh, it's so far away though. I say it's just right north. It's really far north when I say that. Holy hell, okay. Well, let's go. Come on, Chocobo.
Good girl.
Faster.
It's a long ways north. I wonder if I get 4 limit gauges. I'm gonna guess I do, because I can upgrade it, I think, one more time. So I might have mastered it. I gotta double check again. I wonder if the desert tornado will hurt me if I run through it. I wonder if they'll just disappear whenever you get too close. As a way of, making sure you don't just do something silly.
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off. Too slow. Nice try.
Goodbye. Good job. Now the puppies went outside. Because of course they do.
This must be Ignac's luck. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Del.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can run into the tornadoes at all. It looks like I've tried it in the past, just like playing around.
What shall I call you, my good?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience.
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about his...
Oh, a true work of art, that one.
Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twin, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign. And that is the key. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hard. Take this, the very stone of which I and a far more.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous.
Many other collectors.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
So now Clive can be like, oh, my uncle knows about these things.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship.
We'll head back to the hideout. That's...
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
I've got a bunch of those too, actually. For sharpening knives with, but there's so many different varieties. Okay. I'm gonna save and I'll be right back. See what's up with the puppies. See if our laundry finished. Today is laundry day. Okay. I return. Oh, what was that? Okay. Just my thing being a little weird. Okay. Let's report our side quest really quick.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off.
Boy's gonna need big bones now. My puppy likes big bones too, so...
So, Molly's leftovers will teach me for treating you like... All right, now we know what you're after. I can see it.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
I brought 5 for later. God.
You can, aye. In return, you can thank Torgal.
I was just on my way to see it. Sorry for the... But hopefully you'll agree.
You learned something about it.
I did better than that.
Hello, puppy. Are you upset?
Let's start.
Yes.
She's so upset. She's so upset that the kitty's looking at her bed. Come on. Come up here. It's fine. Come up here. She's not gonna do nothing to you.
I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. What might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels? Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter.
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could, but there'd be no replacing this little rock once I wanted it. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. If swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would... no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much... But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Oh, just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found. I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just... don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age. And I'll...
Still be here when you're long gone.
Thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade up. You come and find me when you've got the material.
Right?
Nice. Very nice. Okay. What do I get? Excalibur? Huh. Wish I could find more recipes somewhere.
Back, are ya? So, what'll it be?
Grimlock Hide, Bomb Ember, Scarletite. I mean... Yeah, I think I will.
Should last you a good while.
I feel like I want to make both of these, because they're really good.
No scratches, right? Should last you a good while. Anything else?
Okay. We got an Excalibur, we got the Worm Gear, which is now really strong. Thanks, Daddy Spoon.
Ah, Clive, were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him?
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, The records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Interesting. Let's go over here and turn in this last, hopefully last side quest for this chapter. Run, 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 run.
Goat. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. But she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
She just, you know, she's like, I don't need payment, fool. If I absolutely needed it, I would have, you know. That looks like that rolled when I turned around. Yeah.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with... Would you prefer the debt was repaid?
What debt? I don't recall when. I may have tossed a talent or but those were donations. And you can hardly call...
Of course not. But one good... Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
That's fine. You can use the extra cash.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Cid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump, I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Cid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Cid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Duh.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Duh.
Already have.
Alrighty, gotta let the puppy out. Alrighty. Let's get on with the main story. Now that we've done everything. Literally everything.
I wasn't expecting you back so... Here you are.
High Cleric's Medallion.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Alrighty, let's go.
All right, Clive. Astrix, we'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
God. Young lady.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway? I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
The old hideaway. Sid's Legacy Central Storm.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mothercrystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, it was basically like, okay, go do your quest now, because you're not going to get a chance to do them later. So, Leighton's Cleft, Eastern Dalmacia. Okay. Eastern Dalmacia. We should be... I think I know about where we should be. Onward. That's the name for our quest. Okay, so yeah, we're here. That's kind of what I thought. Well, of course, there's going to be side quest here, because why not? At least it looks like they're on the way.
Better.
Okay.
Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
And done. Okay, let's get down here.
So what do you think?
That we'd be... Really? Just... Oh, aye. There's trouble.
I take it there's danger on...
Oh, what about this fit?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend.
How does a merchant misplace his...
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran.
He sent the two of us to fetch it.
My brother's right on all accounts.
We may have seen our share of action, true.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't. Chances are they'll come for you either way.
Yeah,
Well,
why
if I'm
not?
going
Let's
to have
go.
to deal with them.
You've clearly got a fine head on those, bro.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find...
All right.
Nope, nope. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction.
I like how the game's like, here's a side quest on the way for you. Just
I'm
so
not
you
sure
know,
I
give you
trust
something
those
to
two.
do.
But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take it.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
There we go.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such...
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
God almighty. At least it was on the way. Nothing extra I had to worry about, so that's good. What we got up here? Let's go.
I see the
Get through
Daleks
here.
lag behind this area when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
Of course.
Stay down. This one.
And done. Nothing here is too scary. So I take Bucklad to the Crystalline Dominion, and we go from there. That's pretty. That's a giant waterfall. Holy hell. The final sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
This almost looks like a giant crater. So... yeah. Something smells good.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Rowena?
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Well, lots of people are gonna die soon.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
If they don't have a crystal or, well, Dion anymore, which is probably what's going to happen. Then we're going to have to deal with Lude.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained. So
Ready, go?
Faster!
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
What's over there? Haha. Smoky.
That'll do, girl.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
He definitely should be finished by now.
Bloody crimson caravans. Well met. Many thanks. May Gilbert smile upon you.
That's a pretty little market.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
Flatbread.
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
Tired puppy.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
I mean, you should be really easy to spot. There he is.
Ah, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help, but no one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
God almighty.
Let's keep an eye
Dear
out for
God.
this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
What's next to the checkpoint?
Well, you know. It is what it is. What you can do.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El! He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you?
No.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Uh-huh.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait, but the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Nice.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Joy of all joys. Okay. Y'all want me to lose my mind.
Out of my sight, wretch. I know you. Peaches and pears.
Okay. Furniture maker. Up the hill.
Jug of snakes
Right there. God, lugging furniture back in the day would be the worst thing in the world.
Maker.
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
They really spare no detail, though. Like, this looks like a proper-sized market. Almost every area we've been in looks proper-sized for what it is. Probably one reason why they decided not to really let us explore cities.
Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Difficult.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to...
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Children are
You won't
difficult
find anything of this
creatures.
quality in Twinside.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
God.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Jug of snake spit for the...
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about...
Oh, medic
We've heard
pomegranate. What
that
is
some very
it?
Bad people are making
Is it time
children
to,
like you steal from travelers.
Is lunchtime
We
soon?
need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds
Less
promising.
than 30 minutes,
We
okay.
need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by
We'll
the
take a
tents
break
outside
then.
town.
Once
Thank
we get around
You're
there.
very helpful.
Let's go.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap. Water for hire.
The medic pomegranate is trying to avoid spoilers,
She must have been
so
a
is staying
refugee
out of the
camp.
same room
Let's hope he's still nearby.
where the game is being played.
Daddy.
Yeah, I understand it. Oh, hello, little children. Trying to steal something.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance to be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunza, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
If you really wanted to, you could just Phoenix charge him and grab him and be like, no.
I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy.
Let's see.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your
God.
bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
God almighty.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Oh god, there's gonna be 2 quests for this. Oh, that's okay. It's fine.
Oh.
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the Carstones and we crush them. You get your traders pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Joy upon joys.
Leighton's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
My guess is they probably are in the abandoned fishing village. Fishing village. I can speak, really.
That's that then.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's go. Okay. Grab you. Aha.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
At least we know we're on the right track.
God. We just murder all of their friends, it'll be fine. That's how it works, right?
We got company! That's the lot. Silent stone!
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
These guys are screwed. Let's be really honest.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Well, they are dead. Terribly, terribly dead.
Fuck. It's that guard from Blockland. Kill him. Kill them all!
Yeah, rip. Picking a fight with people using magic is probably not a great idea in this world. Oh, I can hear the puppies. Oh, it is mealtime. Okay.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Okay, let's save, because we got a little bit farther. Okay, I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, be back in like 30 minutes or so. Wah.